Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Stream Void Podcast, episode 133.
Oh, wow.
I always pause now to make sure you say something there.
Oh, I have to fill the...
You have to now.
Oh, okay.
It's been 133 episodes of you doing it.
It's true.
I am Mikey T, and of course across from me is Curbstomp. You can find us everywhere under our respected monikers.
Hello.
And
So stuck in my throat. What a sound was that?
yeah, you are listening to the Stream Void Podcast. This is a show about life and video games and everything in between.
Yeah, everything in between. Everything in between.
Everything in between. Speaking of that, everything in between stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How's your week?
Not too bad, thank you. Thanks for asking. I worked, as one does. It's a pretty standard work week, you know. Not doing too much. Working at the warehouse. I fell one time. No big deal. Didn't hurt myself really, so it was okay.
That's good. That's good.
But I have a good, well, I don't know if it's a good story, but I have a story from my good friend.
Your good friend, yes.
So you remember last time we spoke about my good friend and the weed fabric?
Yep. That was very divisive amongst our listeners.
Yeah, I mean, we were both, half were like, yeah, that's fucked up, and half were like, no big deal.
Yep, pretty much.
So it is, it is no big deal. But this one was more like another one where it's like, wow, they have a really weird home relationship life going on.
Yep.
So in the past, I remember I heard her talk about how she doesn't have anything, she has nothing in common with her husband, or they don't talk or do anything together. She's like, he's not my friend, like we don't do anything together. And I remember the other ladies were just like, oh, interesting.
They have a mutual agreement
And
for
I was like,
monetary beneficiality.
well, I don't know. They
Those
have
aren't
kids and
words.
everything, but it's just like, it's just very weird. Like, I know that it's like kind of when that's the way your relationships and stuff have been your whole life, that you sort of think that's normal
Yeah.
when it's not normal, Like I remember one of my friends was talking to another mutual friend, and he said something like, you guys are really weird, like a couple. You guys are weird. And they're like, well, what do you mean? And he's like, well, she never yells at you or ever gets mad, and you're always happy all the time. That's really weird. And I'm just like, holy fuck, dude. Like, that's not normal that you're like, your spouse is yelling and belittling you all the time, and that you're used to that from your like parents and your current relationship.
Yep.
Like, you're the weird one, dog. So anyways, I overheard them talking about whatever, and she was talking about how her husband was going to, she finally like got him to like do some housework. Like it was like a struggle to get him to do it. And she's like, usually he has to be like, she didn't say drunk, but like she has to be drinking to like do the dishes.
Wow.
And he'll put his headphones in and just do it.
Yeah.
And that he was doing it the other day with their daughter, and he was turning on the music loud in the kitchen, and she doesn't like that. And he was doing it to piss her off. And she just was ignoring it and doing her own thing. And then the next day, the daughter was like, do you think you're ever going to get out of the doghouse, Dad?
Yeah.
And she was saying, and she's like laughing, like, like going off, like, oh, when your husband has to be drunk to do the dishes and everything like that. And I'm listening to this like, what the fuck? This is what she thinks is normal.
That's
It was so weird, dude.
That seems like it's a staying together for the kids kind of relationship.
I don't know, dude.
And that's never a good thing.
I mean, it's just like, it's like she's telling on herself. It's like, oh, you think that's normal? That
is very bizarre.
I know. I love hearing it though, but thankfully my desk faces away. Like I look into the corner basically, because if I was like looking over my monitor, I probably would have been making the strangest face. Like,
yeah.
Oh my God.
You can roll your eyes and be all slack jawed as you want.
I just like listening to it, like eyes just like, what is she saying over there? And I can tell the other two women are just like, oh, ha, ha, ha. Like, oh, that's a funny story, but thinking like, that is so fucked up that you think that's normal.
Yeah.
Like, I know the other two ladies, they wouldn't be like, yeah, my husband has to get drunk to do the dishes. What? What are you talking about? Like they don't have to like goad their husbands into like doing housework or whatever.
No.
So it's like, wow, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
So I like hearing it, but it also just like weirds me out too. Because it's like kind of embarrassing to hear.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, wow.
Cringe inside.
Well, you're just like, like that's not normal. I mean, I guess it's normal for you, but like that shouldn't be normal.
Sometimes normal is a matter of perspective.
Yeah, but like there's good normal and bad normal, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's like dysfunctional normal.
That's fairly dysfunctional.
I'm not too surprised though. Like when she talks about her mom and like I'll listen to her talk to her mom and I'll be like, holy, you don't want to deal with your mom at all. Like I remember her mom was in the hospital because she fell and like, I don't know, broke her hip or something like that.
Yeah.
And she's like, I could hear her talking. Her mom's like in the hospital and she's saying like, I need like these things. Can you do this for me? And she's like, I have to do this, that, and the other thing. And I'll try to do it tomorrow or whatever. And I'm like, holy fuck. If my mom was in the hospital and was like, I need a pillow or whatever, I'd be like, it's on its way. I'm on my way with a pillow.
Yeah.
I'll make sure you get a pillow. Oh, you need a book? Like, don't worry. It's going to happen. But she's like, I'm at work right now. And then I have to do this and go home and have dinner and blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, pick up a burger on the way to the hospital. Like, holy fuck, dude. So,
yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
It was pretty interesting to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, the work week was the nothing.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Yeah, sometimes in a relationship like that, it becomes so normal that you just live with it, and it's just how life is.
I get it. It's easier to stay together than to break up or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's also like, I don't know if she legit was thinking this was a cute, funny story to tell or whatever, because she was like giggling about it and laughing, and
yeah.
I just was like, that's just sad.
Yeah, sometimes you just get you get stuck in a rut and that's it. You're just not getting out.
Yeah.
You don't have them big 40-inch tires to get you out of there.
Well, I mean, her husband works at like a tire company.
Oh, well, I guess he does. Just air down, stick it in 4-low and get the fuck out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it definitely becomes the thing where it's easier just to stay together than to switch it up. So
yeah.
But yeah, anyways, it always blows my mind.
Yeah, my work week, fairly standard, a little bit boring this week.
Oh, yeah.
We get all of the stuff comes on, like all the fiber comes on giant reels, right?
Yep.
Giant reels of fiber. And we've had so many empty reels just sitting in the back for a while. I was just like, hey, come pick up your reels. Because they belong to the company that provides the fiber.
Oh, yeah.
And so they're like, okay, we will let you know when the truck is coming. How many reels you got? How many sizes? Okay, we'll let you know when the truck is coming.
Yeah.
Friday, 20 minutes before the shop's closed.
Perfect timing. Love to see it.
They call and they're like, and the trucking company calls. They're like, hey, they'll be there in 20 minutes. I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
Who's still here? Barely anybody.
You have 20 minutes to load.
20 minutes to load.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good thing the reels are uphill. So it's all just like a roll downhill to the street. So we just kick them down there. Everything's just going. Managed to load it up. It was good.
That's okay.
Managed to get it. That was the only exciting thing that happened at work, really.
Oh, yeah.
So other than that, it's just like meetings.
Oh, fun.
Spreadsheets.
Fun.
I've been using, I don't know if I said this, but I've been using ChatGPT to help me write spreadsheet formulas. Yeah. It's good. Using ChatGPT a lot for doing stuff.
I have a plan for ChatGPT. I'm not going to say what it is, but I got a plan.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Got my CT scan. I don't know if I talked about having to get the CT scan.
You never said that you were getting it. You said you were getting one, but you never talked about it.
I didn't know what the procedure was for getting one, if I had to call or if they were going to call.
Right.
So
yeah.
they call.
Nice.
And it was like Wednesday or something like that. They called at, 11 in the morning. They're like, hey, 8:30. We got a time tonight.
Oh,
like,
at nighttime. Okay.
And they were just like, just come hydrated. Just drink a lot of water. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I better go a little bit early just in case I can't find parking, whatever.
Yeah.
So I get there, parking for days. It's like 7:30. I walk up. I'm like, okay. I have never been in this wing of the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
I have no idea where I'm going. They're like, just follow the signs for medical imaging.
I hate that.
I'm like, you got it.
Yeah.
And so I'm walking down. There's like, yeah, there's going to be no reception. So just go and have a seat. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I pass a waiting room. Like, is this the right waiting room? This is waiting room.
You have to go into a little hallway, right?
Yeah. You go down. Then they take a right-hand turn there. I'm like, hey, guard, where do I go? And he's like, oh, yeah, go down there. You're going to see a sign that says waiting room E.
Yeah.
I'm like, great.
Yeah.
Go down there, sit down, waiting room E.
Yeah.
Just hanging out. Pull up my phone. 2 minutes pass. Guy comes up. He's like, hey, you here for a CAT scan? I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, let's go. I'm like,
perfect. It's a little early.
We're way early.
Yeah.
These guys, the techs in there, hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
They, it was pretty funny. He's like, all right, I'm going to put this in you. You're going to taste something funny or smell something funny. I'm like, okay, that doesn't make any sense. So he puts the needle in me. I'm like, just like, am I supposed to taste something funny? He's like, yeah, that's actually real. I'm like, weird. Okay, I thought it was my brain making things up because you said something.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, once the machine starts going, there's going to be a nasally voice. Just follow its instructions. And it's going to feel like you peed yourself. I'm like,
oh,
great.
Shit. Perfect. It's going to feel like you peed yourself.
I'm loaded up with water, and it's going to feel like I peed myself. Great.
Nice.
That's wonderful.
Wow. Do they supply a diaper?
No. So you go, it's that big donut machine you go on and it spins around with magnets and whatever.
Yeah.
They inject you with a dye so that you can see it. And they're kind of funny because they work together, those technicians, a lot. So like, let's do science. Science is happening. Let's go science. Science is great.
Yeah, they got to do something to pass the time.
Yeah, it was actually pretty funny. So I'm sitting there, the machine's going around, the nasally voice is like, take a deep breath in and hold it. I'm like, okay, I'm doing that. And then you're sliding in and out. And I'm like, I wonder when it's going to feel like I peed myself. And then it's like, oh, yeah, right there. That feels like, yeah, okay.
So what caused that?
I don't know. It's probably the dye in your blood with the magnet spoon around, like when it's around your midsection, because when I went in, that's what I was going in for, was for my intestines.
Yeah.
And so like my whole like pelvic region just got warm.
Oh,
but like not the hips, just the inside.
It
so
felt
like testicles.
Like you were getting warm, not like you had like your muscles released.
Yeah. It was just like a warm flush feeling, like you had gotten warm with liquid.
Okay. That's pretty good.
I'm like, oh yeah, there it is.
I like that.
Great. And so yeah, walked out of there. It's good. It was easy. Just in and out. Not 5 minutes probably it took to be in the machine.
Yeah.
And then doctor calls me the next day. He's like, all right, you're looking good.
Okay.
You've got diverticulitis.
Which is?
There's these things called diverticuli that are like small somethings in your intestines. Like when you're over 40, you tend to get these kind of things. And like a lot of people just have them, but they can become inflamed.
Okay.
And that's what has happened.
It's like an internal hemorrhoid?
I guess. I don't know.
Is there anything that can be done?
I just antibiotics.
Oh, so it's like an infection?
Kind of, I guess.
Okay.
No idea what caused it, but it just happened.
And you just...
But it's like it's going, like it's almost gone, so.
Okay.
But when the doctor called me, I was like, yeah, I feel fine. He's like, okay, well, press hard in your belly, see what happens. Does it hurt? I'm like, no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, well, I'm going to prescribe you these antibiotics. Yeah. And you can pick them up if you need them, because I'm going on a week vacation. I'm like, okay, good. So like, I was like, I probably won't need them. A couple hours later, I'm like, oh God, my stomach.
I need them.
I need them.
Yeah.
Because I had been like pushing on my stomach really hard to see if it was hurting, right?
Yeah.
So I went out to the pharmacy, got them. They were like, oh yeah, we'd already filled it out. I'm like, okay, cool.
Nice. They were ready to go.
And they're like, and the girl was like, oh, there's a big yellow note. Hey, she had to like call somebody else, a senior pharmacist or whatever, to come up. And they're like, okay, so you're allergic to penicillin, right? I'm like, maybe. I don't know. I could be. We don't know. It might be one of those things. And so she's like, well, this is in the penicillin family. So if you have an allergic reaction, just call 911. I'm like, great.
Okay, sweet.
Sweet. So I'm like, I will wait a day and just take these after Friday when I've got things to do. So I started them up yesterday, and here I am, still alive. So
well, you're still alive.
I'm still alive.
Lucky day.
Got to take three a day.
Oh yeah,
one every whatever hours.
Yeah. That's
with
cool.
food.
And then it'll just be cleared up, and that's
And
the
it
end of it.
should just be cleared up. I got a 10-day supply, so
Nice.
hopefully it works.
Cool.
Yes. Other than that, Nine Arsons was like, hey man, there's a couple of collectors, Lord of the Rings Collector's Edition booster boxes still at the store. I'm like, yes,
Oh,
Right now.
wow.
I'll pick it up.
Crazy.
$640.
Oh my god. Too much.
So I split it with Matster,
Oh yeah.
so it wasn't that much. But the ring hasn't been pulled yet. It hasn't been pulled.
Well, it's not in Canada.
It might be.
No, it's not.
You never know.
They made sure it stayed in America.
I doubt it.
Guaranteed.
I doubt it.
Even percentage wise.
Percentile wise, yeah,
it's in America.
It's a good chance that it's in America.
Yeah.
But yeah, no one's pulled it yet. There have been a lot of fakes pulled for sure. People are
And
like,
they never
"Hey,
get pulled,
Look at my
though."
one ring,
How many people are going to hold on to boxes until 20 years from now?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go. It's gonna be a while before we crack that pack for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But he's gonna have 8 and 8. No, 9 and 9 packs each. And there's some really cool cards in there that I want to pull out, hopefully.
Nice.
But we'll see. We're gonna sit on that box for a little while, see
So-
if the ring opens.
So, like, that's the collector's box.
Yeah.
What does a normal box cost?
Normal box?
Yeah.
Like 260.
And that's
Regular
how many
price.
packs?
That's 32.
And how many cards are in a pack? 12?
12.
Okay.
Yeah. There's lots of really cool art on all these cards. Lots of flavor. It's a really good set.
Okay. Still too much.
It's a little bit. I think they're 260. I might be wrong though.
Okay, well, that's better
I might
for
be wrong.
more quantity cards. And how many cards are in the collector's packs?
Same. But you
There's
only
12.
get
There's only 18 packs?
18 packs, I think.
Good lord, dude.
Yeah, but that's where the money is. That's where the money is.
I guess so.
The bounty for that card is up to 2.5 mil right now.
I have it.
Yeah, mate,
I
a
pulled
lot
it.
of people have it.
I pulled it.
A lot of people pulled it already.
It's in my safety deposit box. Waiting until it's 5 million.
And even the Elvish rings, they're almost at 5,000.
Yeah, but they're not limited, are they?
There are 300
Oh, yeah.
of the serialized limited ones. And
Oh, the
they're-
serialized ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, okay, there's like infinite numbers in the actual regular
Yes.
set.
Yeah, infinite
Okay,
numbers in
Yeah,
the
I get
regular
it
set.
now.
Infinite
I'm
run
slow,
rings.
but I'll catch up.